Okay? And then we will come back.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فقال الملك ائتوني به فلما جاءه الرسول قال ارجع إلى ربك فاسأله ما بال النسوة اللاتي قطعن أيديهن إن ربي بكيدهن عليم. قال ما خطبكن إذ راودتن يوسف عن نفسه قلنا حاش لله ما علمنا عليه من سوء. قالت امرأة العزيز الآن حصحص الحق أنا راودته عن نفسه وإنه لمن الصادقين. ذلك ليعلم أني لم أخنه بالغيب وأن الله لا يهدي كيد الخائنين. وما أبرئ نفسي إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء إلا ما رحم ربي إن ربي غفور رحيم. فقال الملك ائتوني به أستخلصه لنفسي. فلما كلمه قال إنك اليوم لدينا مكين أمين. قال اجعلني على خزائن الأرض إني حفيظ عليم. وكذلك مكنا ليوسف في الأرض يتبوأ منها حيث يشاء نصيب برحمتنا من نشاء فلأجر الآخرة خير للذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون. صدق الله العظيم.
Okay, we are back. 46. Yes. Yusuf alayhi salam is in jail. One of his friends came back, remembering that when he was released, he was asked by Yusuf alayhi salam to remember him, to mention his name in the presence of king, ruler. So ruler saw a dream, asked the people, his own entourage around him, what is the meaning of that dream? They could not interpret that dream. So this time, ex-friend, ex-prison jail friend of Yusuf alayhi salam remembered Yusuf and mentioned his name and got permission, came back, not to look for regular visitation, but to ask him, Yusuf alayhi salam, what is the meaning of the dream. So he knew the dream, he was told the dream, this middleman, and he told this dream to Yusuf alayhi salam, and asking him what is the interpretation of that. Yusuf alayhi salam, in the flow of story, he is not going to meet in person king to tell his verbally him what is the interpretation, but he will tell to this person what is the interpretation, and this person will take that, which is what happens mainly when you are in jail. In most cases, they don't allow you to go to have contact with the people you want. Now we are is 46. Yusuf, his ex-prison friend, is telling Yusuf alayhi salam, Yusuf, oh Yusuf, addressing him, Afti now, give us fatwa. Afti from fatawa. Fatawa, futwa, yaftu, yuftaw, yafti, yuftaw. Aftaya, aftar, aftaya, uftaya, yufti, yuftaw, iftaun, afti, give us fatwa. Ya fell, omitted. Ya is omitted because it is from Rasulullah. So it is FT in reality, but there is no ya now. FT, give fatwa. Now us, tell us fatwa, view, religious view, a dictum. Give us about, in, about, 7 baqarat, 7 cows. These are cow is female, feminine in English. The word also is feminine. Baqaratun, baqaratun. 7 cows, simanin, fat, well fed, well cared. يأكلهن. This is dream. In dream, this type of things happens. They are eaten up by 7 other. عجاف lean, no fat. They are not well fed, like hungry. So 7 fat ones, well bred, well fed, well cared, and also 7 lean, meek, weak, hungry. So these hungry ones are eating the others. Ijafun. These are 7 lean ones. But there is something else too. وَسَبْعِ سُنْبُلَاتٍ. There are 7 ears. 7 sumbulat, like grains, wheat, ear, on which these grains are fixed. Khudrin, green. They are green, they are fresh. 7 ears of wheat or of corn, we don't know. There are 7 others, some others, yabisatin, dry. So these 7 cow fat, 7 cow lean, hungry. 7 ears of corn or wheat. Then 7 is not mentioned, but other ones which are dry. Green ones, fresh ones, dried ones. This is the dream. Yes, the content of dream. You tell me, what is the fatwa view about this? لعلي أرجو إلى الناس. If you do that, I will definitely return to the people. أرجو إلى الناس, to the people. لعلهم يعلمون. Possibly they may know. I mean, if you tell me the interpretation, I will go back, narrate them your interpretation. Possibly they may become aware and knowledgeable about the reality of real meaning of this dream. Now, Yusuf alayhi salam is interpreting, answering this request. تزرعون 7 سنين دأبا. تزرعون, you cultivate 7 years. You put seeds in your farms. 7 years. زرع, agriculture, زراعة. على تزرعون. You will cultivate 7 سنين, 7 years. دأبا, continuously, one after another, each year. فما حصدت, whatever you harvest, when you put seeds in the ground and farm, sometimes later you get grown up corn, wheat, whatever you did, cultivate, when you pick them up, it is time comes, hazaruhu. You leave them, abandon them, fi sumbulihi, in their ears. Don't collect his ears, harvesting, fully harvesting, by pulling, taking somewhere, then separating his, sifting and separating his grains from the ears, and then send that to mill or flour, something. Don't do that. Leave as it is. Illa qalila, except very little one. You can take some. Mimma, from that takulun you are eating. Whatever you are going to eat, that much you take. The remaining, let them stay there in the farms without being processed or separated. Grains not to be separated from hay, from ears, of the corn, or anything. ثم then يأتي من بعد ذلك would come سابع شداد, 7 years. Shidadun, tough. Tough, strong, difficult, severe time. 7 severe years would come. So first 7 years will be very productive, very nice, and too many crops. But following 7 years, there will be very difficult time. No crop, drought, lack of rain, famine, everything. Then, يأكلنا, they will eat. In those 7 years, you will eat what you have produced previous 7 years. ما قدمتم لهن, whatever you earlier prepared yourself, whatever you did in advance, قدم. إلا, you don't eat, this time you will not eat everything. قليلا, very little, you will not eat. مما تحسنون, which you will specially spare, save. Save because you need seeds for future, for next year to cultivate. So you will, in difficult time, 7 years, you will eat what you got earlier, but you will not eat everything, or they will not eat everything. They will spare some for future cultivation. Okay. ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك. Then after that, عام, 1 year will follow. So 7 years, good time, 7 years, bad time, 15th following year will be a year. فيه يغاث الناس. فيه, in that year, after 7 years of bad time, tough time, that year, 1 year, يغاث, help will come. House, غَوَثَ, يغوث يغاث. يغاث will be helped, will be assisted, الناس, people. Oh, people will help, comfortable time, good time, Allah will help them. فيه, in that year, يعصرون, they will be squeezing, Squeezing to get juice. Asara, like lemonade or like anything, cherry, you squeeze, get the juice. That type of squeezing means that one. It is not squeezing a man or anything, or a boy or a child, hugging or something. It is not that meaning. This meaning, asara means to squeeze something to take out juice. Asara. So, yasur, you will have a lot of grapes, a lot of other fruits, abundant. So you will be able to squeeze them, to process them, to get the juice and marmalade and what not. You will produce many, because it will be very productive, very nice year would come after 7 bad times. Okay, this is the interpretation. Perhaps Yusuf alayhi salam spoke more, but this much is told here. And in this narration, the too much content of the answer, content, is not given that much. What is given in brief? The solution. Or at least the content Yusuf alayhi salam is telling is put in a solution way out. It's a disaster. Your dream is something showing to disaster, something like that. So when he is interpreting or explaining, he is putting into a form of, this is the way you do. Spare, then tough time, spare. So sparing, saving something for future is good. There is a concept. I mean, people, some brothers or some school of thought, or everything will take care of. That is not the way things work. Everything will be taken care of. Allah tawakkaltu ala Allah. So just walk in, just go or something. It is not the way. So you need to prepare. Future, no, let me have a little bit, save money, because I may have problems. And future, so this is what Yusuf alayhi salam is telling them in a solution. Here, nothing is said about this middleman went back, not said like that, went back, told Matt ruler and told the story, nothing is said. Now, ruler is directly speaking in the following time. فقال الملك. Malik received this report, thought about that. Now he is speaking. Malik, ruler, king said, Ituni, bring him to me. Bring him to me. You bring that person, Yusuf alayhi salam, to me. Okay? Then they came back. Nothing is said about that. Knocked the door, spoke with guardian. This is the order of the ruler. He wants Yusuf alayhi salam be taken to his presence. So everything processed, done, procedures, well done perhaps. فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُ. Now Yusuf alayhi salam is in his presence. فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُ. When he came, Yusuf alayhi salam. Al-Rasul, I'm sorry. فلما جاءه الرسول, I'm correcting myself. فلما جاء came الرسول, middleman. Middleman came to Yusuf alayhi salam. In jail, still he is in jail. قال, Yusuf alayhi salam said, now it is the turn of Yusuf alayhi salam to put kind of helpful conditions and kind of to dictate them his own thing. قال, he said, when he was told, come, let us go to ruler, to king, he said, wait a minute, Irja, you go first, back. Irja, ila rabbika, to your master. Rabb means master, man, king, here. Go to your master, fas'alhu, ask him. Ma bal, what is the position, situation of women, niswa, what is the position of women التي who قطعنا, they cut أيديهن, hands. I mean, sometimes ago you remember Yusuf alayhi salam was called to come to a room where Zulaykha, Zalikha had guests invited. Each one had knife, plate, food, and they were like eating. For that cutting, something cuttable, like orange, like apple, something like that. So they cut their hands. They lost their control when they saw this nice boy appearing suddenly. So Yusuf alayhi salam said, I have a problem. I'm invited now to do bad, but I need to clean my dignity, my what a stain I am carrying here. I am here in jail, and years I don't. No night, no time passes without remembering that I was put in that condition, and they gossiped and they spoke about me, and I want these things be cleaned and cleared first before I move out from here. Inna Rabbi, my Lord, my Allah, bikaydihim, their tricks, alimun knows. Allah, Inna Rabbi alimun, my Lord knows, bikaydihim, their tricks, their plans. I mean, it was a planned thing, it was like conspiracy against me, and I was dignified boy, honest boy, loyal, never did anything wrong, but big gossiping, big thing, I end up here. No sin, no crime, nothing, I didn't do anything. I don't want to carry this stain for years. Many situations, prisoners speak. Many times Muslim scholars put you in jail and use, if you accept the crime, if you beg your pardon, you will be pardoned, things like that. And reaction, generally speaking, Muslim scholars never given. I have nothing to ask excuse for, to be pardoned for. I didn't do anything they put me here. I'm not going to ask pardoning or forgive me. I made mistakes, something like confessing. This is too bad here in this country. And they pressure, so they say, oh, you should so I'm a prosecutor. So, but if you confess or accept this level, so the people unwillingly, they accept plea. Then when you accept voluntarily, later on, no matter what you say, I didn't do, but the position, and because I was sued, it was higher, more severe penalty, so because of the bargain we came and I had to. So at the end, screams, but nobody will listen because how are we going to live? Because he was kind of voluntary. But what kind of voluntary is that? Pressure, whole state is at the top of him. At the end, he was given two chances, either go this way or this way. Then he, because the other one is so severe, so bad, this lesser evil type, you accept voluntary. What kind of voluntary is that? Too bad. Of course, people are lying. They have no concept of hisab at the day of judgment. I mean, they might have done here a lot of things, and they say that they didn't do. That is also a problem for judge, for court. I mean, mess up. So, telling that you are innocent, you were innocent, is the characteristic of a person who didn't do anything. We hear Sayyid Qutb was suggested like that. Abdul Qadir Huda, one of the biggest scholars who was executed by Nasser, biggest criminal law, Islamic criminal law scholar in this century, I mean in the previous century, I would say, 20th century, in Egypt. And of course in Turkey, we had this Abd Hoca, Iskilipli Abd Efendi, and many others, I mentioned there. And I believe Syria, they suffered a lot of aliens. Some of them had to leave the country. In Iraq, same thing before. Now there is nothing is left as a scholar. And definitely in Egypt, many aliens had to run away, invest outside of the country. And where? I mean, everywhere. You see in Libya, same thing. Muslim scholars oppressed, pressure. It is a big subject for young people who are born here to write something. Scholars, Muslim scholars, about Muslim scholars, Muslim leaders, Muslim commanders, or I mean, one may expand, who had to leave their countries, Muslim countries. They are born, their families are there, they were there, but they had to run away or leave, go away, to West. To West. Some of them did not go to Muslim countries. Because in that Muslim country, they had another problem. Or they went there first, then they ran from there too. Because, I mean, nobody wants like a prestigious big scholar, like a threat of government, like a threat of government or something. Government wants to go this direction. Somebody prestigious looking at that, or will speaks in masjid or lecture. This is not jais or something. Nobody wants this type of person. Governments never want anybody like that. I mean, most severe punishment comes to the criticism of government. When it comes, some of my friends in Turkey, when they were having problems and in court, and judges told them, "Yahi, if you had been a killer of a person, like murderer or something, we could have found a way to save you or to lessen your issue. But this is a matter of your criticism of the government. What can we do, Yahi? We can't do anything." Must be opposite, but oppression, we can't do anything, we can't do anything. So, the subject of Muslim scholars or Muslim leaders who had to run away from their own countries to take refuge to France, to England, Germany, to America, many, I mean, West like France or like that part, we don't know that much. Many North African Muslim scholars, like from Tunis, like from Morocco, from Jazair, ran away to France before, to France, because there was big oppression in their own country. They ran away over there, we went over there to save their life. It's a big subject. From Egypt, maybe a century ago, more than a century ago, Muslim scholars used to run away to France. Egypt is a strange area. They were very much affiliated with France before, like French civilization, like Napoleon Bonaparte. 1800, beginning of 1800, I mean, they had relations. Later on, they had relation with English, Anglophone, English-speaking, like America, like a little shifted. Of course, they had a relation with Russia too. So Egypt, like Russia, West France, English, Russia, I mean, nearly tested everything, all regimes like that. Not like, let's say, Pakistan or like Turkey, only like Western, only, I mean, no Russia. They didn't do like that. So Muslim scholars from the different times ran away from different oppression, communistic oppression or other oppression, for different reasons. And their lives, their activities, their memoirs, what they wrote about their country, perhaps hidden in Western libraries somewhere, are very much important. A lot of things took place in Turkey, my country, like 1920s, after 1920s, when the Republican era, after Ottomans established, there were two big changes from Eastern civilization, Muslim civilization, to Western civilization, changing the letters from Arabic to Latin, and banning Islamic education, no schooling, Islamic madrasas, things like that. And many Muslim scholars, some of them left, some of them secluded, and some of them wrote their memoirs here and there. And these memoirs are preserved here and there in their families. What did they say? What did they do? One person who was minister in the cabinet of Kemal Atatürk, and he was a surgeon, doctor, and he was very enlightened person. He has volumes of Turkish history. I mean, he is a literary man. He was cabinet member. Then later on, because of his views, he conflicted with and ran away from the country and died in West, in Europe somewhere. He wrote his memoirs, like this big book in Arabic, Turkish script. And he made 3 copies with his hand, bound like a strong book, hardback. He put one of them in Bibliothèque Nationale in Paris, France, National Library, covered, sealed. One is in British Museum, General Library, Oriental section, Department of Oriental Section. That book I saw myself. Okay? One is in Leiden, La Haye, somewhere in Holland. And he put with his seal a note, said that these memoirs will not be open as long as I am alive, but if I die earlier, then it could be open 1960. So somebody discovered, then they opened that one, that when that came, because the person 60 and the person already died. So a very interesting book. Big. When you write that into Latin script, it is Turkish, somebody published like 4 volumes like that. Four volumes. Oh, what interesting things, what happened that time, how did they secretly conspire against Muslim scholars, decided, and how Khilafah was let down, too many things. There is a big list of banned books in terms of Turkish, this is at the top of that. It is at the top of that. But somebody published, so that somebody suffered a lot in jail and things like that, unfortunately. So what I am saying is memoirs and people who had to leave their own country because of their own character and defending the truth, sticking to truth. Muslim scholars saying, many Muslim scholars happened like that, had to leave who they were, what did they do, what happened to them, where their graves are. Very, very important. Muslim scholars in Yugoslavia, in that part of the world, like Bulgaria, like Romania, like Greece, like Bosnia, Kosovo, Albania. When communism came to that area, these Muslim scholars struggled and then had to run away. And they died outside their own country with nostalgic feelings, missing their families, their friends. They also, where they are, what happened to them is big story. Yes, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yusuf alayhi salam he is kind of not accepting this suggestion to come out, and since he is needed, because king needs him, come and tell me things like that. Now he is saying that he is sending back the messenger. Now ruler perhaps is telling to women, Ma khatbukunna, what did you do What was your affair? إذ راوتن, when you tried to seduce Yusuf عن نفسه, you asked Yusuf, or you wanted to benefit from Yusuf. What did you do? Perhaps among these ladies, groups of ladies, brother is asking, his wife also included in that, Zulaykha. Qulna, they said, Hasha lillah, God be, Allah be exalted. May Allah be away. Hasha lillah. Ma alimna. We did not know alayhi upon him min su'in any bad thing. No. We are not saying anything against him, against Yusuf alayhi salam. Really, he didn't do anything. He is innocent. Min su'in, any evil, any bad thing, he didn't do. Qalat said, she said, Imra'atul Aziz, wife of Aziz, which could mean ruler. Aziz is ruler, like ruler, very valuable. Al-A'la, now, Hashasa came out. Al-Haq, true. Now, it is the time to tell the truth. That is, she said, Hashasa became clear. Al-Haq, Haq, truth. She said, Ana rawattu, I am the one who wanted to benefit from him. I am the one who suggested bad things to him. عن نفسه. فإنه him لمن الصادقين. Is from Sadiqs. He is truthful man. He is honest man. I am the one who is culprit and sinner. It is time to confess. I am confessing. After so many years. We don't know how many years Yusuf alayhi salam stayed in jail, but this is what is happening. ذلك, this ليعلم, so that he may know, أني I definitely لم أخنه, didn't conspire, didn't cheat, did not breach the loyalty بالغيب, in his absence. I did not cheat, ruler. I did not do something against his wife, against his family. Yusuf alayhi salam, and Allah is La yahdi, does not guide, kaid, conspiracy and trick, al-kha'inin, of the cheaters. Allah does not give guidance, a good result, good way of process for the tricks of kha'inin, of the people who are kha'ins, who cheat. Allah does not help cheaters. وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي. So he says, I didn't do anything. Yusuf alayhi salam, I did not cheat him, touched his wife, or anything else in his absence, in a private place. I didn't do. But he says, Lord, I am too human being. I am not saying I am angel. وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ. I don't clean myself. I don't absolve myself from blame. I am too human being. I have two nafs, lustful desire. I'm not angel. Inna nafsa, definitely there is nafs. My soul, my lustful desire faculty in my heart, la ammaratu, is definitely ordering bisu'i, bad thing. Oh, I am not cleaning myself. I might have fallen into sin. I was not, I did not, alhamdulillah. Nafs is something, that evil power in the heart, in the body of a human being, is something which pushes to evil, pushes to bad thing. Illa, except ma, that rahima, shows mercy, Rabbi, my Lord. People will be protected who are getting mercy of Allah. They are exceptions who could be saved from falling into sin. Otherwise, majority of the people could follow their lustful desire, which is coming from their heart, which is very strongly ordering, pushing the person to evil, to do evil. Inna Rabbi, definitely my Lord is Rahimun, Ghafurun, forgiver, Rahimun, merciful. Waqala. So he sent this message back to the ruler. Waqala. Now ruler, having cleaned him by asking this woman what was the case and was he sinner or ruler sinner, so his wife came forward and confessed that she herself was culprit sinner. Now he is telling once more, Ituni, bring him. Bring Yusuf alayhi salam to me. Astakhlisu. I will make him my own. Astakhlisu li nafsi, my own. Oh, he will be my private secretary, private counsel, sharing all secrets with me. He will be my man. He will serve me. أستخلص لنفسي. I will make him my own only. Ruler is saying, so he will be like chief of staff, like secretary, someone who have a very good access anytime to ruler and credibility in the presence of ruler. فلما كلمه, Yusuf alayhi salam came. Now they are speaking directly with each other. When Yusuf alayhi salam spoke with him, this is like interview. They spoke with each other. met subjects and things like that. فلما كلمه, when Yusuf alayhi salam spoke with the ruler, قال, ruler said, إنك, definitely you, اليوم, today, now, لدينا, you have in our majesty, in our presence, makinun, a good place, aminun, secure. Now, ruler is telling, from now on, you have a good place, a nice position, secured, safe, strong, in my heart, in my palace. So he assured him, ruler assured him that he will no more go back and his position is good. Qala, Yusuf alayhi salam is saying, Ij'alni, you put me, ala, upon, you put me in charge, khazaini, khazain, plural of khazina, treasures, treasury department, money, wealth, of the budgets, state, and possibly natural resources like mines, like gold, silver, metallic things, khazain al-ard, treasures of earth. So you put me in charge, make me in cabinet, make me cabinet member, make me minister, secretary of treasury. Inni, I may be very helpful in that regard. Yusuf alayhi salam is taking. I may be very helpful to you. Why I am telling you, you assign me this cabinet post, why I am telling you? Because in me, hafizun, very protective. I'm not going to waste your wealth. Finance minister must be protective, conservative. Not they are asking for give. Money flies away. Money. This, you see, traditional businessman, you can't, the guy goes always very careful, cautious way, spending things tomorrow, inflation and everything. And a new person, son or somebody, will be like squandering. Since we have money, why don't we spend all? Since we have money, why don't we spend? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, because he did not earn himself or herself, may think that it is. I mean, earning money is very difficult, but spending properly, much more difficult. Because it goes very easily, you cannot catch it. Oh, done, finished, let me beg. No beg, done, finished. So Yusuf alayhi salam is saying here, finance minister, this is the job I am asking you. I am very protective. I'm not a man who will open, spend and nothing finished. No, I will record everything, penny and everything. Think twice before spending anything. Hafizun, I am very conservative. Finance minister must be conservative, or minister of treasury, mines and other things must be very protective and conservative. And he says something else, Alimun, I am knowledgeable. A person for any job must be knowledgeable. Knowledgeable of that thing. protective, knowledgeable. Conservative, knowledgeable. Conservative, resisting to, I mean, a cabinet minister, oh, lobby this, oh, because it is a high post, too many people, pressure, oppression, I mean, lobbyists. Minister must be very conservative. First of all, knowledgeable and conservative, meaning protective. Let me think. Tobacco lobby pulling, rifle, nation rifle pulling this way. Is this an area we plunder or we like spoils of war? Grab whatever you can do. What is this? This is our country, your country, my country, everybody's country, future, past, everything. Let us be all conservative. Not something pushing, pulling, your sake, my sake, their sake. This is what is meant, Allahu Alam. I think I will conclude at this point, and next week, inshallah, we will continue.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وجاء إخوة يوسف فدخلوا عليه فعرفهم وهم له منكرون فلما جهزهم بجهازهم قال ائتوني بأخ لكم من أبيكم ألا ترون أني أوفي الكيل وأنا خير المنزلين فإن لم تأتوني به فلا كيل لكم عندي ولا تقربون قالوا سنراود عنه أباه وإنا لفاعلون فقال لفتيانه اجعلوا بضاعتهم في رحالهم لعلهم يعرفونها إذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم لعلهم يرجعون فلما رجعوا إلى أبيهم قالوا يا أبانا منع منا الكيل فأرسل معنا أخانا نكتل وإنا له لحافظون قال هل آمنكم عليه إلا كما أمنتكم على أخيه من قبل فالله خير حافظا وهو أرحم الراحمين فلما فتحوا متاعهم وجدوا بضاعتهم ردت إليهم قالوا يا أبانا ما نبغي هذه بضاعتنا ردت إلينا ونمير أهلنا ونحفظ أخانا ونزداد كيل بعير ذلك كيل يسير قال لن أرسله معكم حتى تؤتون موثقا من الله حتى تؤتون موثقا من الله لتأتونني به إلا أن يحاط بكم فلما آتوه موثقهم قال الله على ما نقول وكيل فقال يا بني لا تدخلوا من باب واحد وادخلوا من أبواب متفرقة وما أغني عنكم من الله من شيء إن الحكم إلا لله عليه توكلت وعليه فليتوكل المتوكلون ولما دخلوا من حيث أمرهم أبوهم ما كان يغني عنهم من الله من شيء ما كان يغني عنهم من الله من شيء إلا حاجة في نفس يعقوب قضاها وإنه لذو علم لما علمناه وإنه لذو علم لما علمناه ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون صدق الله ربنا الكريم.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going back to 56. that is the part of the left earlier. Just before beginning, something made my, I thought, when the Quran says you don't fear from the people, you fear from Allah. And I believe there is like a proverb or hadith something. Anybody who does not fear from Allah, like khashya, does not fear from Allah, fear from Him, from that person. Because really that person or those people, those cultures, does not have any terms of reference to it. So if people or communities or, speaking about back home activities, what is happening overseas, if rulers, kings and people don't fear from Allah, of course other people, good people, there is no choice just to suffer. Because if somebody does not fear from Allah, how a Muslim, how he is going to communicate? Because people, authorities, if they are not fearful from Allah, they will not consider Day of Judgment, Hisab, Iqab, Akhirah, hereafter, or anything. So what is left behind just for other people being oppressed or suffer? I think something obvious, but I just wanted to tell you. I share it with you. That's it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The subject is Yusuf alayhi salam, you know, I know. And Yusuf alayhi salam is in the palace after his prison. And because of his talent in interpreting dreams, he was saved from further suffering. Possibly he did not finish his term. If there was a term, certain time, we don't know, fixed for him, or no term, endless. But he is saved ahead of time because of his benefit to the ruler, to the authority, through his ability of interpreting dreams. Interesting point. So, because of his talent, his ability, Allah gave him, he became at the end a little bit nearer to the ruler, which this is like a sign. People have enough talents and they are needed by authorities, by high-level people, high officials. There is an opportunity for Muslims to leak in, to creep in, to be nearby palace, and perhaps to, in one way or another, to let them benefit from these Muslim people, and then at the same time perhaps help evil to go down, and perhaps actively some activities could be established for the benefit of the larger Muslim community. Now this person, the ruler, is interviewing Yusuf alayhi salam. He saw Yusuf, ability in Yusuf alayhi salam to be cabinet member. Like anybody, they may have lowest point of life in their life, and they may go highest point in their life too. Same time. Down, up, this is what is happening. What he was before in jail, now he is like a candidate for cabinet membership. So this is what is happening. And Yusuf alayhi salam is suggesting himself, hinting himself the job he is wanting, he is capable for, he is talented for. So it is okay, kind of a little bit pushing the interviewee or interviewer to the direction, you have talent. I mean, nobody must waste his time in an area he cannot be that much useful. Everybody must, communities and companies, everybody, when people are interviewed, everybody must get something, some job which is most fitting to his ability, to his productivity. So Yusuf alayhi salam is telling him, you ij'alni ala khaza'in al-ard. You make me on the khazina, put me on the 55. ij'alni ala khaza'in al-ard. You put me on the khazinas of earth, treasuries, natural resources on the earth. Inni hafizun alim. Then he is saying that I am very protective. I will not waste the natural resources and money, conservative in my dealing, in financially, alimun, and I am knowledgeable. So a person who is any member of any job or cabinet members, top men, must be knowledgeable, must be a little conservative. There is an expression here. Financially conservative, socially liberal. Well, you think what that means, and let me think, because somebody, everything is connected with everything, but is politicians and financially, so socially liberal, to get more votes, seems like that. So maybe a Republican, maybe a Democrat, but they find these bigger words. So Yusuf alayhi salam too, financially a little bit conservative, hafiz, muhafiz, conservative, not to lose, grab, and so I am not going to, I will be protector or savior or not squanderer the wealth of Ummah. Ummah's wealth belongs to Ummah. I remember in my previous job when the Organization of Islamic Conference members, 52 in those days, 51, 52 member states, Muslim states, finance ministers had to meet in Istanbul. So there were a committee of which I was a member, and we were discussing in invitation letter from Organization of Islamic Conference what we are going to write. Minister of Finance, Ministers of Finance of member countries are invited, please come, this is the schedule or something, letter. So there was a Saudi, which is minister now, Usama al-Faqih, very nice person. He was only person in the middle of meetings, say, Azan time, Iqamah time, Salah. So chairman, like 15 minutes. No, 15 minutes. It is time. Now. So, okay. So, and we had a room, only me, him, one or two, his assistants were praying. Of course, he could do Jama in his room, but he was, I appreciated him very much, and I taught him that. I was young, of course, he was senior. So I said, I'm thankful to you. So my Turkish side were looking at me like that, so they discovered that I have like a little bit too much affiliation with a member of a foreign country. So what he is doing, I ignored. Now that's what I was saying. So he said, no, finance minister is not enough. Yeah? Inni hafizun alim. So two qualifications: conservative, hifz, protection, alim, knowledgeable. Anybody, anyone needs to be like not waster, not squanderer. Any job, including as well, must be knowledgeable too. وَكَذَلِكَ, likewise, Allah says, مَكَّنَّا, we gave power, we empowered, مَكَانَ, we gave position, مكان, place, location, لِيُوسُفَ, for Yusuf, fil ard, on the earth. Allah says, I have destined him to have sometimes a high position after the low points of his life, now high position on the earth. يَتَبَوَّأُ, بَوَّأَ, to take place, بَوَّأَ, مَأْوَى, بَوَّأَ. تبوأ تبوئ from باب التفاعل تبوأ تبوئ يتبوأ يتبوأ. He would, Yusuf alayhi salam would take place, would locate himself, would position himself. Minha, from the earth. Ha is feminine, earth is feminine. From that earth, haythu, the place, yashau, he desires. Let him have a position which he would place himself, locate himself wherever he wants on the earth. Meaning, he would have possibly a higher position so that everywhere, to go everywhere, will be opportunity for him. Ministers, cabinet members, state, heads of states, and they can go everywhere because they are overall in charge of the country. They go everywhere, they are welcome everywhere, they are authorized to like inspect or to see, I mean, the parts they are in charge in. نصيب برحمتنا من نشاء. نصيب, you know, asaba yusibu. I will let them hit or touch برحمتنا, with our mercy, من نشاء, the people whom we desire. We will let them touch with our mercy men whom we desire. I mean, we will give opportunity anyone whom we want. وَلَا نُضِعُ, we will not let someone lose. We will not let someone suffer in failing. Ajra, reward, al-muhsinin, good doers, those who do good. So we will always reward the people who do good things. We will not let people who do good lose any reward, be deprived from any reward. Another ayahs in Quran, different ayahs, Inna Allah la yudhi'u ajra al-muhsinin. Allah will not do dhaya', loss, leave in loss the reward of the people who do good, any good. So He will properly pay back, reward them, the people who do anything good. He will reward them well. Record what they are doing and follow up what they are doing and reward them what they are doing. Muhsin, from Hasana, to be beautiful, to be good. Ahsana, to make beautiful, to make good. Ahsana, muhsina, yuhsinu, yuhsanu. Muhsinun is mafa'il. Muhsinun, a person who is doing good things and hosting others and ikram and any good things. Also muhsin, you know, comes from ihsan, which is in one of the hadiths, mal imanu masjid. What is iman? Somebody came to Prophet, that was Jibreel in a human form. People were sitting. This unknown person, he said, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam, so can I ask you a question? But everybody was shocked who this guy is. So sitting, the Prophet said, yes, you can ask me. Mal imanu, what is iman? So the Prophet said, iman, believe in Allah, believe in okay. Then, well, Islam, what is Islam? So Islam is and to do salah, to pray namaz, salah, and things like that. So second question. So third question he asked. Now I'm going to ask you a third question. Mal ihsan, what is ihsan? Oh, ihsan. The Prophet said, ashab possibly never heard any question like that before. Ihsan, iman, everything known, Islam, everything known. What is it? This ihsan. Ihsan is kind of doing good, but it's general meaning, I mean, not terminological meaning. What is it? So the Prophet said, oh, الإحسان أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. Ihsan is you're worshipping to Allah as if you are seeing Him. You worship Allah and thinking and considering in your heart, in your intellect, in your brain, that you are looking at Him, you are seeing Him, and at the same time worshipping Him. That is ihsan. Then I know, I mean, this is the context, I know you cannot see, we cannot see Allah, but you can think and consider that He is seeing you. What is the difference? He is looking at you. What is the difference? So if you can see it, yes, you cannot see it, still you continue as if you are seeing, because you are sure that He is seeing you. This al-ihsan, this question is one of the perhaps, I mean, a few principles of Islamic Sufism, if you accept term Sufism. If you don't accept, taqwa, zuhr, whatever you may call, higher level of spirituality. Not mechanical namaz, salah, mechanical bow, stand, I mean, mechanical or a little technical, a little bit ritualistic. This is spirit, inside, heart, your heart. I met some of the brothers, maybe a little bit psychologically disturbed, had trouble in going to bathroom. When we spoke with each other, they said that Allah is everywhere. How can I do it? How can I be privately doing something over there which is everywhere Allah? So look, of course that is a psychological situation, I mean, needs to be treated or explained and things like that. But if somebody feels himself in the presence of Allah, really that person will be so different than the other person who does not feel himself that much in the presence of Allah. This is state of mind, this is state of heart, a little higher level of khawas level, or khawas level, as Ghazali says, not awam level. Okay, now that is also muhsin. Here, Allah will not waste the reward of muhsin, a person who is feeling himself in the presence of Allah. That meaning also could be, because the Prophet and then this unknown guy He said, Assalamu alaikum, and then turned and disappeared. Then the Prophet said, do you know who this guy is? No, we don't know. He is Jibreel. Oh, is it like, let us see. No, and can't finish. Can't finish. Happened during the time of the Prophet. They could not notice Jibreel, and then they wanted to search, they could not find him. So, interesting. Ya Rabbi, wal ajru al-akhirati, ajr of akhirah, reward of akhirah, khayrun is better. Khayrun is a strange word. I think I mentioned maybe some times ago. It is akhyaru. Akhyaru is superlative, like akramu, like aftalu, like akbaru, kabir akbaru, kabura akbaru, hasuna ahsanu, qabiha qabuha, aqbahu, most high, superlative, highest, best. That is superlative. It is not. Sometimes it is comparative form, sometimes it is superlative. This af'alu, waznafalu. Here, khayrun is best. Best. It is not normal, not good, not better, maybe best, best. Because it is akhyar. Why it lost a hamza? Because of kasratul isti'mal. We call kasratul isti'mal. When one word is used all the time, all the time, all the time, it is shortened in Arabic too, like in English. Short forms of PTT, for example, post, telephone, telegraph, something long, so PTT, you say AT and T, you say, you don't say so and so, long name. Walajru al-akhirati, the reward of akhirah is khayrun, khayr, for who? لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, for the people who believe, وَكَانُوا, and those people at the same time, after believing, are yattaqun, having taqwa. Qawiya, ittaqaya. Ittaqaya, uttuqiya. Yattaqiyu, yuttaqiyu. Yuttaqiyu. Yattaqun, having taqwa, fear from Allah, God conscious. Waja'a, came, ikhwatu Yusufa, Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers. Now Yusuf alayhi salam is what? Is cabinet member. That part is not told here, but that is meant. He became cabinet member, he established himself in the job and became familiar and braved and learned, and now he is running the country's national resources, natural resources, national resources, and as well as finance. That's what he is doing. Because he is like that, now his brothers, they don't know Yusuf alayhi salam came to this area, to Egypt, to seek some help. Always people come to capital, to center, to get help. Now lobbying and things like that, but to get help is from the big bosses, like palace, like parliament, like prime ministry, is something history. Quran also the same thing. When people need, and they have right to come, because they are taxpayers, as they say in English today, in this setting. But since they are ra'aya, like citizens, they may need a lot of things. So center means help others, listen others, help others, send money. So it is always, center needs to have, need to be alert. What is the need of the people? Let us help them something. This is the duty of capital. Hill, capital ministry. Okay? Now they are coming. رجاء إخوة يوسف, brothers of Yusuf came. فدخلوا, they entered. عليه, to him. So he himself, as a minister, wanted to meet, to receive this new group who came from Canaan, from the area like Jordan, like Palestine, from that part of the world. I don't know their proper location now. What was that time? فعرفه Yusuf alayhi salam, recognized them. They are their brothers. وهم, but they, له, for him, munkirun, did not know. Nakira. Nakira. He recognized them, whereas they were not recognizing him. So Yusuf alayhi salam had an advantage, knowing them. These are my brothers, now they are here. They don't know all story, what happened to me. Okay, now their little brother, minister, sitting in the chair of ministry, and this group is visiting here. They spoke, they asked some help, Yusuf alayhi salam, okay, without letting them know who he is. وَلَمَّا جَهَزَهُمْ, he equipped them, he gave them, furnished them with provisions, with things, بِجَهَازِهِمْ, jahaz, tajhiz. He provided for them for what they wanted as provisions. He satisfied them, gave them things they were in need. فَلَمَّا جَهَزَهُمْ بِجَهَازِهِمْ قَالَ, then he said, first they were asking about food, grain, wheat. Okay, then he told these people, fill these bags and sacks and give them what they want. Okay, first he did whatever they wanted. Then when they were bidding farewell, he told them, "Ituni, bring me. Bring to me bi'akhim, your brother. You bring your brother. Lakum, your brother for your father, for you, brother for you, your brother, min abikum, from father. Mother is not the same. Father married twice. So from second wife, from other wife, Yusuf alayhi salam was born, and also one brother. So you bring your other brother, who your mothers are different, but your father is the same. Because in the course of interviewing each other, he let them say, we have a brother who is back home, we are so many brothers, and he is our little one, he stayed with our father, we just came. So, and the Prophet, Yusuf alayhi salam saying, okay, I am giving you whatever, but I am telling you, you need to come once more. Bring that boy. Bring that boy. Two, other brother, too. I want to see you all together as brothers. Ela tarawna. Why are you, not be hesitant to bring him, لا ترون. Question. لا ترون. Don't you see? رأي رؤية. يرأي يرأي. ترأي ترون. Don't you see that me, أوفي, I fulfill الكيلة, the measure. Don't you see that I am giving you all full أوفي. I am executing, I am fulfilling, giving you full الكيلة measures. I mean, I feel your sacks, so why not you bring them? I will fill his sack too. Is وأنا, and also I am خير, better, best, المنزلين, hosts. نزل, settles down. نزل comes down, but for a traveler, when he comes down from his horse, from his car, to pass one night somewhere, Karwankhane in Urdu, in Persian, in Turkish, a place where somebody is traveling in the middle of road, settles down, generally water is available, building is available, to sit, to stay, maybe nobody, just a building. So the person takes care of the need of his horse, his camel, and passes one night over there, and morning goes, continues, like certain distance. Karwan, sarais, trade on the road. Muslims never charge their cost, their guests. When you have road, when you have, that's it, let them travel. This tourism, I mean, grabbing tourists and cheating them, and when they have accent and not local people, so, I mean, double, triple cost. Too bad. What is this? What is this? This is too bad business. How to do what to do, difficult, but this is what. So, that place is called in Arabic manzil. In Turkish we call konak, manzil, because the place of coming down from your horse, resting. So manzil, you know, from here, after 4 hours, you will reach to another manzil. After 3 hours, 4 hours, you will reach another manzil. It is important. I was traveling in a remote part of Turkey some times ago, and my friends who were not that much familiar with that area, he said that let us rest here. There is a like shalala, a waterfall, and rocky mountains, just a small road for a car. Then there is another car is coming from other side, and you need to find a place so that that car may come. Otherwise, rock, and then Çorum, Nehri we call river Çorum, between Erzum and Artvin. 100 pieces, you find yourself 100 pieces down the rocky cliff, and at the end you will find some water if you survive. Then one night we stayed there. Thanks to Allah, just a small building. Thanks to Allah, there was a person who took care of us. We were poor people, we did not know this experience, and we did not have food, we did not have anything. So it is how big help. You see someone meets you, a voice who is local person who could manage, cook a little bit thing and things like that. It is important. These manzils played a big role, building-wise, architectural-wise, historical, cultural, served a lot. The Silk Road, we speak about Silk Road, that takes, and other roads. During the time of the Prophet, people were doing business. Himself he did, trip for business. رحلة الشتاء والصيف. Summertime north, because north is cold. It is good to run away from heat. South, to north. Then winter time to south. رحلة الشتاء والصيف. بإيلاف قريش. This, and the Prophet was giving khutbah inside the masjid. Jummah time, a caravan came, brought new stuff from far away. What happened? Strange. People left masjid, rushed outside to grab new stuff to buy. First come, first serve, first buy. And then the Quran says, استعوذ بالله فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله in Surah Al-Jum'ah. I'm trying to remember this ayah, last ayah of Surah Al-Jum'ah. Start. Yes. وَإِذَا رَأَوْا تِجَارَةً. This is Surah Al-Jumu'ah. وَإِذَا رَأَوْا تِجَارَةً أَوْ لَهْوًا انفَضُّوا إِلَيْهَا وَتَرَكُوكَ قَائِمًا قُلْ مَا عِندَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ مِنَ اللَّهْوِ وَمِنَ التِّجَارَةِ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. وَإِذَا رَأَوْا تِجَارَةً. When they saw tijarah, learn that outside of masjid there is a new stuff. أَوْ لَهْوًا, or something meaningless, no value when it is compared to prayer. انفضوا إليها, they flew. They ran there. وَتَرَكُوكَ قَائِمًا, they left you standing in mimbar, in mihrab. Left you alone. All tell them, مَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ, what Allah has, خَيْرٌ, better, مِنَ اللَّهِ وَمِنَ التِّجَارَةِ, from this love, from this business. What are you doing? وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. Allah takes care of He is best in providing provisions, and you don't say that you need to survive, you need money, you need business, so let me run away. Why did you do like that? Things is not happening only today. Bad things happened in the past too. This business. So Quran is, this happened, Rihlat al-Shita was safe, and even people rushed. I was living in a Muslim country for some times, that is Libya, and because it is state-controlled type of business, everything, and like socialism, if not communism, nobody can import everything easily, and shops, you cannot find everything in the shop all the time. So when ship from Italy, mainly from Malta, from Italy comes, so full of shoes, that is the shoe type. So these shoes biggest state companies they get, and possibly some ducans they grab some. That day, because these shoes are available now in the ducans, that day early in the morning you see big line, half kilometer. So what is this? What is happening? You don't know culture, you don't know the country, you may not say so, you get surprised. Then you see, when the can is open, I mean, people are grabbing one shoes, just jumping in, one shoes, only one, out of pair. Yeah, because nobody will, I mean, so grabbing, because the guy has 10, 15, mashallah, children, any shoe is okay for him. Any shoe is okay. Yes, Yahi, yes, Yahi, Yahi. I mean, you say like herds, like frogs, like animals. And of course, when you grab one, you have a chance to ask for other one, if you find in the big bundles. So it is a season, a season. A season you may find ties, all ties, because one ship came full of ties. And then nothing finished. Then shoes tied, state control situation. And unfortunately, I mean, these people may leave you masjid and everything. Everything, business. Okay, now, I am best of person who hosts, who gives you dwelling and accommodates you, accommodations and bed and breakfast, free, no charge. I am best hoster, don't you see? Best host, don't you see? So you bring your brother. I want to get acquainted with him too. I like you, but not why. I mean, I need to get acquainted with your other brother. Now, after he's suggesting positively, quietly, needs to be a little bit stressed more. Look, raises his voice. Hey, look, I told you bring your brother. But if you don't bring him, you must take me seriously. If you don't bring him, فَلَا كَيْلَ لَكُمْ. There is no kale, no measure, no cups. Your cups will not be filled when you come next time. Indeed, a little threat, a little bit giving them warning, ultimatum. Let them take him serious. Indeed, وَلَا تَقْرَبُونَ. Never ever approach me, come too close to me, no qurbi. But you don't bring, no salam, no kalam. So, inserting a small sentence at the bottom of letter is good. If you don't. Sulaiman alayhi salam did like that. You know, he wrote a letter, Hudhud. What is Hudhud's English? Hoppu, what is that bird? Hudhud, anyhow, Happu, something, I don't know, that's bird. I never saw what Hudhud is, but it is a bird. So took this Balqis, queen of Shaba. Then Balqis, I mean, nice story, sent to test him gifts. A group, a soldier, a detachment, a group of people, corps diplomat, in charge of foreign ministry people, with gifts, whether he is real prophet or not, because gifts, donations were not allowed, were not taken. The prophets before Muhammad were not allowed to get gifts. No charity, no zakah, no gifts. two before. Only is the Prophet Muhammad who is allowed. So she wanted to know whether Sulaiman alayhi salam is a real prophet or not. Very interesting lady, very clever, very smart, very high quality lady, is Balqis. She is herself worshipping sun and moon, but still very knowledgeable about other things, like real prophets, knowledgeable. And she is not known by Sulaiman. That is also surprising, how Sulaiman may not know. There is a country over there, Shaba, and there is a lady like queen, and only this bird is informing him. Too strange, Sulaiman alayhi salam. I mean, too strange, but full of, mystery. Quran, life is full of mystery, so one of them. Now, these people come here to give like gifts and bundles of good things, and we came with salam and with diplomatic actions and protocols and everything to give to Sulaiman. Sulaiman alayhi salam, what? She did not come here? She sent you here to me with these gifts? Are you bribing me? What is these gifts? These are material things. قال أتمدونني بمال فلما جاء سليمان, when this group came to Sulaiman, قال, he said, أتمدونني بمال, are you bribing, are you offering some thing, helping me out with wealth, with money? فما آتاني الله خير مما آتاكم, what Allah gave me is better than what you are given to. فلنتم بيدين ارجع إليهم فلنأتينهم, you go back, I am coming. A little threat. Oh, a little threat is good. Let them understand how in Turkish, kaç arşındır dünya, something. Let them know how far is dunya, how far is them. Let them know. So a little bit leadership, a little bit toughness sometimes is necessary. Here we see Yusuf alayhi salam raising his voice. Look, if you don't bring him, you don't approach to me, I'm not going to give you anything. قالوا, they said, these brothers, سنراود عنه أباه, we are going seek, ask, nurawidu, insistingly ask. You see, Zulaykha, just earlier in a page, وراودته التي هو في نفسها, راودة, she insistently asked, she asked, insisting him to make him available to her. Ravada, same thing, Sanuravidu, same root. We are going to ask and insist anhu, about him, about our brother, Abahu, his father. وَإِنَّا, we are لَفَاعِلُونَ, we are going to do that. Look, his brothers are answering, they are saying Sanuravidu, we are, first future, Sanuravidu. And insistence, Nuravidu, they are not saying Sanatlubu, we will request, Sanas'alu, we will ask. They are saying Sanuravidu, we will insist, stronger asking. Anhu, about him, Abahu, from his father. Then after that, they are not finishing the sentence. They are saying, وَإِنَّا, inna, na, us, inna, of course, la, of course, another la, fa'ilun, we are doers. Believe me, they too are using emphasizing sentence, emphatic sentence. وَإِنَّا لَفَاعِلُونَ, we are going definitely do that. Because he was like threatening and they too answering properly. This is the way. When somebody in arguments raises his voice, you need to raise your voice. When somebody needs more assurance, you will say definitely, of course, absolutely, why not? Yeah, sentence, the same thing is happening. How to dialogue. I mean, two persons, two difference of views, how to communicate with each other. Quran, basis. I mean, this young girl, Nazreen, and of course, our sister, I forget your name all the rest. Samia, okay. And of course, this Najm, our young boy, young brother, and Umar, everybody, and others. I think you must develop in future, like according to Quran, dialogue, forms of dialogue, communications, methods, and like that's a book. Picking from here, going to Tafsirs, a good subject, a small booklet for you. I always tore myself or tearing myself, telling the, like Suleymanian, like Ali Mazrui, like everywhere I mentioned in Isna Shuras, we need a booklet, a book.